my God, hell no. I didn't tell y'all that.
Morning, Giorgi. You look cheerful as usual.
Okay. I don't know who it was, but because I couldn't see. But good morning. It was okay. Good morning. Good morning. Great day to have a great day. Let's go.
Yeah. You're going to have a big role against Wisconsin with all of their very mobile three-point shooting big men. Would you talk about that?
What was the exact question?
Wisconsin has big guys that can shoot from deep. And so, that was a problem against Ohio State. The Illini are going to need you on the perimeter defense and your dancing feet. Would you talk about that?
Oh, I mean, that's I don't know. We'll see if they come out and they do great. We'll obviously adjust and whatever it will be. We will guard them. We play defense, take away threes. We always try to force tough twos. So yeah, we're ready. I am ready. The team is ready. Everybody's ready. We are all in. We are locked in. Let's go.
All right. Well, that sounds good. I guess I have no further questions.
Giorgi, your energy is just something that's really special. I mean, just sitting down here and saying it's a great day to have a great day. You're doing all these different things. You're in a great mood. How do you do that? Like, do you ever just like wake up on the wrong side of the bed and not be in a good mood? Or is this you on a daily basis?
I won't lie to you. I do have bad days, just like I think everybody does. There is not a perfect, human who always got a great mood. But I always, when I wake up, I have like a whiteboard in the room, and I have some written in Georgian there. I would not tell you guys what it is, and it always makes me smile when I wake up. And I wake up, I read it, I smile, and then I'm like, hey, let's try to have a great day with a smile, and then I walk outside and I put a smile on people's faces, and it's just great, great energy. Because why wouldn't you be smiling or be happy? Obviously, we have some issues and problems that come up in our lives, and then, we are not as happy or not smiling. But if everything is going well and people are healthy, why not to smile? Why not to have good energy? Why not? Just ask yourself that,
And then quick follow-up, you talked about putting a smile on other people's faces when you're walking down the street to oven or class or wherever you're going. How happy does it make you to see other people smile because of you?
Very happy, even happier. I was just walking down, when was it? Yesterday, before practice, and I was just walking down. It was empty road, and I was not smiling. I was just walking down, and I saw this guy, one guy, he was cutting the grass in front of the football facility. Not cutting the grass, but cleaning the snow. Cutting the grass is not right now, that's later. He was cleaning the snow. He was cleaning the snow, and as soon as he saw me, he had a big smile on his face, and then I just smiled right back at him, and it was just a great moment. A very little moment throughout the day, but it was so big for me. I smiled, and I instantly had great energy, and then like those little things really matter. I think.
Thanks a lot, Giorgi. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Hey, Giorgi, good to see you. Obviously, the Indiana game, there was a lot of fouls. It was a physical game, but I'd like to ask you about your work on the defensive end and what kind of work you've been putting in, because on the Iowa game especially, looked like you were really able to give Garza some problems defensively.
Just staying dialed in and really listen to the coaches, because coaches always prepare us with a different plan on defense. Obviously, each team is somewhat different, and our coaches try to teach us techniques, how to defend certain players or the team in general, and we practice it. We get prepared, and not just me, it's the whole team. We all get in there. We have different drills, many different drills that prepare us for the game defensively, especially because we always have great focus on defensive end, because you win with defense, as we all know. And it's just preparation, coaches helping us, talking to us the whole time. Also, players helping each other. You know, Kofi might tell me something here. Hey, G, you missed it here. Step up here higher. Do this, or me, or Jermaine, or whoever it is. You know, players helping each other, and it's all collective effort from everybody. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I wanted to ask you about Jacob Grandison and how he's really come into this team and really established a role. It's kind of hard to get to know guys this year with COVID and everything. So what has he meant for this team, and what is he like as a person?
Oh, we love him. He's a great, great guy. Everybody loves him on the entire team. We all love him. He's a great, great guy, high character guy. First of all, we really connected with him off the court really well. Everybody, and when you connected with the guys off the court, Jake is one of them. We are all connected. Obviously, that's really easy to play on the court. Jake is a really fun guy. You know, cracks jokes. Obviously, he's very smart guy. Me and him, we always have conversations about many different things outside of basketball. You know, he loves nature too, and you know, he's just very smart. You can talk to him about various topics, and I always talk to him, have fun with him, crack jokes, have serious conversations. Just a high character, great guy.
Thanks, Giorgi.
Hey, good afternoon, Giorgi. We've seen you and Kofi have played pretty well together at the same time on the court, seeing it a little more now. What do you think is working with that combination, and why you guys having, you know, some of the success you are?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just out there. I honestly don't know. I'm just out there, you know, playing I always, when I'm on the court or whatever, I always try to do my best. You know, that's always give all out effort. Our coach is always talking about the thrill of all out effort. When you get that thrill, when there's an all out effort from you, you get that thrill, that feeling. And that's always what I am personally trying to focus on. And then things just happen. For example, think like playing with Kofi alongside with him, and it worked out, you know. All my focus is just to give all out effort. That's all it is. And then sometimes it works. As you said, we play well together on the court, and sometimes it might not work. You know, I don't know. But as long as I know personally that I'm giving it all out, I'm happy. And that's basically all you can do, you know, as a player, as a person.
I think Coach maybe talked about, you know, sometimes there's a smaller lineup out there, and then when you put the two big guys together, the defense, you know, maybe takes a little bit to adjust to what you guys are able to do. Do you notice anything like that?
Not really. No.
All right, Giorgi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Giorgi. We talked with Coach earlier in the week. He said that it was nice to maybe kind of get back into a normal rhythm where you guys played Iowa last Friday, then play Tuesday, Indiana play again tomorrow. How has that been different than that 10-day gap where you didn't have any games?
That is very different, actually. You know, as you're in the season now, especially it's my third season. You know, you kind of get that flow into a season, how things go, and all of a sudden you have a 10-day break, which you're not used to. Obviously, freshmen is their first season, but for veteran players like me, we are kind of used to just having, you know, day off, couple of practices a game, day off, couple of practices a game, and that gap was definitely something new. But I think we handled it really well. You know, we had very good practices, stayed in a great shape. You know, cleaned things up on our side, worked on ourselves. Not that, you know, you're always preparing for somebody. For example, now we preparing Wisconsin, or we was preparing for Iowa or Penn State. During that break, we just worked on ourselves, you know, watched a lot of film on us, and cleaned up little details. And I think that worked in our favor.
Has there been any difficulty or challenges just with this season where your practice schedule, you know, has changed, you know, kind of, or could change, you know, just on a daily basis almost?
I think since summer already, not only me, but I think everybody, all the players and the coaches have kind of a day-to-day approach to everything, just because how things have been, you know, even practices. And it's not really, okay, we're going to have a schedule for a whole week. We have a schedule for today. and we're going to execute that schedule. And then there's the schedule for tomorrow, because every day could bring something. You know, all of a sudden guys could get test positive, knock on wood, that we didn't have. But something popped up on my computer, not my computer, DB's computer. I have to click this away. I can't see you guys. DB, I'm sorry.
That we can still hear you fine, G. Just keep talking. I'll come in there and fix it.
There you go. I just click later. But I forgot the question. So that's great. And we just going to come out and play hard. You can ask me that question again. I forgot it because it was all gone on my screen. So
just maybe just the challenges of having to go day to day instead of not having kind of a set schedule.
Well, after some time, you just get used to it, I think. You know, personally, I got used to it really well. Now, just day to day. Okay, today we have practice already. We got it out. We have film later, dinner. That's all we have. That's it. Tomorrow, obviously, we have a game day schedule. But then after that, you don't really know what could happen. You know, everything could flip and change in a matter of a day. So it just that kind of adjustment. I think that's not only us. I think that's everybody like that right now. Not even just in basketball, just in general. You know, it's more of a day-to-day life now. I feel like maybe not, but that's my opinion.
Okay, thanks, Giorgi.
Thank you.
Giorgi, looking back at these last few wins, very different game against Iowa, for example, versus the kind of game it was at Indiana. Do you take any more pride in a certain kind of game and a win? I would argue that the Indiana game, you had a lot more adversity with the flow of the game and the fouls and all that.
It's very unique. It's very unique, as you mentioned. I mean, each game is very different. I mean, some games it's natural just to be a little more happier because it might have been a tougher game. But at the end of the day, you are always happy to get the win, and because we are in the best conference, you know, it's Big Ten. You can lose any game. There is not a team that's coming in and you know, okay, we're going to win this game. No, like you have to be prepared for every game. Every game could go either way, every single game in Big Ten. So obviously you could be a little more happier because of the game went a little bit harder this one time, and you're maybe a little more happier because it could be a blowout and you kind of more in a relaxed stage and still happy. But in Big Ten, every single game could go either way. So when you come up with a win, you are always very, very happy.
Wisconsin typically tries to slow a game down. Is it harder to increase against a slower team, or is it harder for a team that wants to slow down a fast team, if that makes sense?
I don't think that makes sense.
Is it harder to speed up a slow team, or is it harder for a slow team to slow down a fast team, is my question.
I think it's very situation based, like not situation, but like the game based, how the game go. For example, refs could be calling a bunch of fouls one game, and it could work in the favor of a team that likes to play slow. You know, for a team that likes to play fast like us, we don't want any fouls. You know, we don't want any fouls. We just want to have one shot, no offensive rebounds from the opposing team, just one shot and get on and run. That's all we want to get on and run. And sometimes, you know, it could work in our favor that, you know, refs might not call some fouls here and there and give us a little more freedom. It just very one game specifically, like it could be Wisconsin, they want to play slow, but it could happen that we just playing fast. We're just playing fast and it just happens, you know. There's so many aspects. There's the referees, how guys show up, and then. So I couldn't really tell what's the advantage, disadvantage here, you know, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Makes sense to me. Thanks.
Yeah. Derek is here. Okay. Hey, Derek.
Hey, Giorgi. After you and Io fouled out, you're sitting next to each other on that padded table on the baseline. I know that's not where you guys would have wanted to be, but what was that like sitting there and going through those tense moments of that game and seeing your team be able to come out with a win?
No, I mean, it sucks. You definitely want to be in a game. I mean, we know Io. He loves those clutch moments, especially those, when it goes point to point and he comes out and hits a great shot. He loves those moments. Obviously, I want to be in the game as well, but we knew we had 5 fouls. We had to sit there and we were just, encourage guys. Also trying to call, okay, we were like, okay, he gonna make these 2 or he not, and we was just still talking, being really engaged, and just have fun still, and have a good energy for our guys, and not just, oh my God, we fouled out and now we dwell on the bench and, we just go into ourselves, but just be there still encouraging guys, having a good attitude, and we came out with a win.
Have you noticed an emotional boost since that game? You had quite a few reasons why you could have lost it, but just to be able to come out with the win and here in practice here recently?
Definitely, because it was very close, and I think the team and all the players there were very happy that we won it with our defense. When overtime started and we took 2 charges, there was an unbelievable energy from the whole entire team just because of those 2 plays. And I think when those 2 plays happened, our team really knew, okay, we're gonna win this game. When first of all, Jake took a charge there, and then Ace took a charge, big charge there. Once they took those 2 charges, we're like, okay, we winning this game. There's no question about it. So the team was really, really happy, still is, and we are in a great connected flow. Everybody's connected. We all in. So we are just excited to play, man.
And one more for you. What's a bus ride like after that game? What are you doing on the bus?
Bus ride. I mean, first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I always notice this. It's very loud, a lot of joking, a lot of rah on the bus. And after 10, 15 minutes, everybody is like this on the bus. So they just lean back. Some guys are snoring. Some guys have their mouth open. Some guys are laying down on the floor, and it's not a good sight, I would say. So if you're trying to get through anywhere, you're not going through anywhere. So it's when you take your place, you might as well stay there. So.
Appreciate it, Giorgi.
Sir.
All right. Hi, Giorgi.
Hey, Shannon.
I was curious, it's not really a question about that pertains to tomorrow's game, but just overall with travel this season is a lot different than other years, just logistically and maybe how you feel. I'm just curious, what the most challenging part of traveling has been this year, besides teammates snoring on the bus, I guess.
Challenging part is just, that this COVID thing is happening. And especially we know that it spreads through, traveling and going to different places. So just being very, very careful, always make sure not only you have a mask on, but also having your teammates accountable. Okay, if you see somebody, they don't have a mask on, or they don't use hand sanitizer or something, always tell them, hey, put your mask on either in the hotel or on the bus or wherever it might be. Just having that focus at all times that not only you are not trying to catch COVID, but none of your teammates or our whole crew just staying COVID free, because we are not, we are playing for something very big, and we are not trying to catch COVID and sit out now for how long it might be.
Yeah, and I mean, it seems like when teams go on the road, that's when a lot of team bonding takes place, whether it's, going out to eat together or just guys getting together late night, and you're not doing that this year. How do you kind of try to overcome that or find ways to get around that?
That is right that teams, bond when they go on the road. But what has happened this year is, I was talking about yesterday in an interview, because everything is shut down right now, and we are not really seeing anybody else and socializing with somebody else. We are together all the time. So when we are done here in practice today, for example, guys probably gonna go together, play some video games against each other or play some card games against each other. So all this bonding is taking place now here. When, if there was no COVID, people would go out and socialize with different students and whatever. Now it's just us the whole time. So we don't really need traveling right now to be really bonded and stuff like that. We just bond here where we live,
And what do you take with you on your coach mentioned guys take video game consoles. You just mentioned cards. I don't know if there's a certain card game you guys play, but what are some things you do to occupy your time in hotel rooms?
I'll sleep, honestly.
Ah.
I go to sleep. I'm not a big, video game guy, but almost all the guys on the team, they usually take one or two PlayStation consoles or Xbox or whatever it is and play different games up there. There's basketball games and war games and stuff like that. They compete against each other. They play with each other, stuff like that. I don't play any video games. I can't play or I can't watch. It hurts my head. But also card games. They play some blackjack or poker, stuff like that. And also just be together. We might watch a game together. There's some NBA games going on or something, and just be really together. Nobody really wants to be alone. Just be together, spend great time with each other. So, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, that'll wrap us up with Giorgi. Giorgi, thanks for your time. That'll complete the call. Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
Thank you, Giorgi. Appreciate it.